Puto. Champagne bottle life. What the freak?
Still fresh.
Still fresh. I don't care, bro. Cachete,
It's
cachete.
6 times longer lasting freshness plus odor protection with Downy Unstoppables.
Back in ancient times, you mortals sacrificed a lot.
It didn't happen to Benfica in the first game. Unlucky red card. It is what it is, right? The truth is this. Maybe it's not a penalty. Maybe it's not a red card, but that's not a penalty. That referee giving Harry Maguire that penalty was UEFA trying to rig it to put a bigger team through. That's UEFA at its finest. Can someone explain to me how that's a penalty? Brother, Manchester United was getting bailed out. That's never a penalty. And chat, listen, bro, I don't go to the gym. I'm a fat ass, bro. But how can you jump with your hands against your body? W or L take. That's against all physics, bro. When you jump, you're gonna go like that. Like, that's just normal movement by a human being. His hand never makes a motion at the ball. The ball hits his hand, bro. Like, that shit don't make no sense to me, bro. Chat, do you guys agree with me or disagree with me here, bro? That's not a penalty, dude. It's not a penalty. It's not a penalty, bro. The Rashford one's an unlucky red card, but that's also a terrible penalty call, bro. Like, that's never, ever a penalty. And if that's a penalty, bro, VAR is the softest thing I've ever seen. And I'm gonna be real with y'all, bro. VAR has ruined football. VAR has ruined football. We have taken all credibility away from referees, bro. It is awful, man. VAR has ruined football completely, man. I thought it was going to make football better. It's terrible, man. It makes football worse, dude. VAR is trash, man. Listen, at what point do you point the fingers at the players, bro? Enough is enough, man. It's always the Glazers, 10, the Glazers. The players are not doing enough to win games, bro. I'm sorry, man. And the reason for that is because 10 is not getting the most out of the players, and he's terrible at giving his players confidence. Because every time their players make a mistake, bro, he shits on them, whether he benches them like the Sancho situation, he gets rid of them like the Ronaldo situation, the De Gea situation. There is no backing players at this club. The only player I've ever seen this guy back is literally Rashford, and it's because he knows that without Rashford, that club is even more in the mud. Where's Varane, bro? He's still shitting himself? Varane still got the cacas? Or what? Yo, this guy still has explosive diarrhea. Where is this guy, man? He has explosive diarrhea still? Because the first day he was sick. The second day where is he, bro? What's his injury? Can someone tell me what's wrong with him? Where he played okay, but like where? Why is he not consistently playing? Today, you blame the players and then you blame 10. Yes or no? What order are you blaming it? I'm blaming the players first and then 10. What's your order? What's your order? The players and then 10. We blame the players, then 10. A few days ago, I looked you guys down this camera and I told you that if I was the board at Manchester United, that I would tell 10 he has to make it out the group or he's fired. Thoughts? Thoughts? This is the best Manchester United roster in the past, 7 years. Respectfully. This is the best Manchester United roster in the past, 7 years. You're trolling. I'm not. I'm not trolling. Yeah. Varane is probably better than any center back they've had. Casemiro's better than any defensive mid they had. Matter of fact, Casemiro's better than Paul Pogba or any midfielder they had. Stop the cap. So you think I'm lying? What team do you think was better? I'll pull the roster up. What year do you think they were better? What year? NA ball knowledge. Tell me the year. Go. 2018. Okay. 2018 Manchester United. 2018 Man United. shit, man. Do you want to see a team they fielded? Let's do a team they fielded where they won 5-1. Let's do that, yeah? Thoughts? Okay. Y'all ready? Here we go. Lingard, Marcus Rashford, Anthony Martial, Paul Pogba, Matic, Herrera, Young, Lindelof, Jones, Luke Shaw, De Gea. What the fuck are y'all saying to me, bro? You're telling me this team is better than the team now? Y'all are smoking crack, bro.
Real opportunity.
Y'all are smoking crack blood. Stop it. Get help. Get off the gummies, bro. Y'all's ball knowledge goes back 3 weeks, man. That's the B team. I'll pull another team up, bro. No problem, man. No problem. No problem. Let's see a team where they fielded against the big team. How about that? We'll go the team they fielded against Arsenal where they tied 2-2. Let's do that.
That's a good ball.
They played Arsenal and tied 2-2. Here we go, lads. Here we go. Okay, here we go. We got Anthony Martial, Rashford, Lingard, Dalot, Herrera, Matic, Eric Bailly, Rojo, Smalling, De Gea. Give me another year, please, because I told you this is the best roster they've had in 7 years. I said it, I'm sticking with it. Give me another year, please, because this year's not going to be the one that goes up against the year this year's. Please give me another year, bro. Please give me another year.
Oh,
Someone said, can you go back? What year? What year?
2013.
2013. Okay, let's do some math here. I said 7 years. I said 7 years. Can y'all do some math? We're in 2023. Y'all are bringing up 13. Y'all are bringing up 13. I said 7 years, bro. Can you give me a year in the last 7 years? A roster that, okay, 16, 17. I would love to pull 16, 17 up. I would love to pull 16, 17 up. Okay, Manchester United 2016. No, let's do 2017. Y'all said, okay, 2017 season. Let's see if we can see something here, man. All right, I'm going to pull it up against a big team because the big teams are where you feel the big players.
God damn, what the
All
fuck?
right, they lost 2-1 to Man City. All right, they must have put a good lineup out here, man. All right, chat, here we go, man. This was on December 10th, 17, all right? Here we go, chat. You ready for this? Give me a 1 if you're ready. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready?
From Arsenal.
Are you guys ready? Okay, here we go. You guys ready? Okay, here we go.
We'll give it to them.
De Gea, Smalling, Rojo, Young, Valencia. Herrera, Matic, Anthony Martial, Rashford, Lingard, Lukaku. Valencia was on his retirement, okay? Dude was about to retire. Lukaku, let's just be honest, we know what happened in his career at the back end. Lingard, let's not talk about it. Anthony Martial, let's not talk about it. Rashford, still there with Anthony Martial. Herrera, let's not talk about it. Matic, old man, good player.
Matic,
old man,
old
not
man.
better than Casemiro. Young, great player, let's not get it twisted. Rojo, I don't even know where he's at now. Smaldini, Rolla. De Gea, free agent because Ten hates him. And Valencia, chat. This is the best roster Manchester United has had in 7 years. Give me a 1 if you agree with me. It is the best roster that Manchester United has had in 7 years, bro. Stop trying to make excuses. The truth is that the manager is not getting the best out of the players. And Manchester United with this team should not be where they are in the league. Do y'all agree or disagree? And I'm going to take it one step further. I respect Copenhagen a lot. They play fantastic at home. Manchester United with that roster has to win that game.
Yeah, they do. This is his game. That's a howler. Hold on, let me find something else. Puta, let me find something else. Let me finish the
like I said, and I was at a point in my career, if I was 21, I would have been like, do you know who the fuck I am? But at 32, I just knew I could help the team. And I remember saying, what I said to Jurgen was, I said, I respect your decision. There are guys, I said this, I'll never forget, I said this and it came to be true. I said, there are guys in here, in that locker room who you're going to take to the World Cup, who will play 3 or 4 or 5 games, will never play for the U.S. again. will rarely step in the United States again and don't give a fuck what happens to U.S. soccer after this tournament.
Factos. Head ass set of factos.
In general, that's something that you feel strongly though about, right? I've seen you talk about that on broadcast.
If you're gonna play for your national, like, there's a different level of pride and caring that I believe you have to have in order to bring out everything that you can possibly bring out in a national team game. I believe that with all my heart. Like,
but in modern day life, like,
I know,
heritage.
I know. And well, look, I'm half Canadian, right? So like, I could have played for Canada.
Yeah, I can imagine that.
Maybe now.
Yeah, maybe now, but
Nice now.
It's Stuart Robson.
So I totally get that, but I'm also like, I have
How's
a
it going to go,
real,
Stuart?
I still have a real connection with Canada. Like, I feel connected to Canada, but I was only ever going to play for the U.S.
You know, you just said, I totally get that. When I heard you say that, no disrespect, it didn't feel to me like you got it. It didn't feel to me like you understood that if you, like, let's say you're Mo, right, and you have Nigerian heritage and American heritage, that you can identify with both of those.
Of course you can identify with both, but that's what I'm
Can
saying.
you not identify
I am
with both
proud.
of those and still love America?
Yes, that's what I'm telling you. Like, no
How do
question.
you judge that? And that's totally subjective whether somebody loves America enough.
I
I would
agree.
say the sacrifices you're making for your country on a consistent basis shows how much you care. And if you're not there often enough, then it doesn't seem like maybe people are caring as much. For me, that's what shows you care if you're there during the tough times, the grind, taking those trips, risking injury.
But you're the same guy that wants to win at all costs, right? So don't you just
No,
want to
not
be
with
the best that's
not with the
available to
national
you?
team. I don't feel that way. Not with the national team. I think there has to be something different inside you that drives you to play for the national team.
Isn't America a melting pot? Like,
Yes.
isn't that what America stands for?
I'm a melting pot. Like, I'm half Canadian. I have Middle Eastern descent. I have African descent. I have Irish,
So
German
it's
descent.
confusing to me. Help me understand this.
Yeah.
Come on. What the fuck is this?
I guess the best way I can explain it is, I'm an example because I am extremely proud of my Canadian roots. Extremely. Like, I've known the national anthem since I was 8 years old. I watched hockey games with my dad growing up. Been to Canada countless times. I'm very proud. But I identify as an American. Like, I feel American. I would have felt I would have felt fraudulent playing for Canada, even though I'm extremely proud of my Canadian roots. I would have felt like I'm not really Canadian in the same way. That's the only way I can
question.
describe it.
The question is, like, if you weren't good enough to play for the
I was going to ask
US,
that.
and then you're like, oh, Canada's like,
That's a fair
we got an
question.
opportunity for you.
It's a fair question.
Because let's say a guy like Jermaine Jones is a perfect example.
Yeah,
Who's
it's a fair
gifted,
question.
but couldn't play with Germany.
For the record, Jermaine is not one of those guys I was referring to. Like, I think Jermaine cared. He
What I'm saying, I guess what they're trying to say is what warrants you to believe someone cared enough. Explain that.
I didn't say cared enough. I said I would care more than they do.
Oh, okay.
That's what I said. A lot more. And they won't. And I don't feel like they will care. That's just my feeling. I could be wrong. Other people can
Because
feel
I was just
differently.
saying, like, there's a difference between, like, a Jermaine Jones who would have played for Germany had they not been as good as they were. She chose
Yeah,
the
his
US
first
because-
choice would have been Germany.
Right, he
Yeah.
chose the US because that was the only opportunity for him to
But
play in the World Cup.
Jermaine, but to that,
But his
Jermaine
mentality
had
is different.
his mentality. He had to do something that made you say, "Oh, he."
And he did. To his credit.
And like,
yeah.
what were some of those things that maybe some of these other guys
all
didn't
that.
do?
All that. Like, you can tell he cared. When he was in, he cared. And it wasn't about him. It was about the country. It wasn't about playing in a World Cup or playing for a national team. It was about, like, I felt that way at least. I don't know if you guys
So
agree.
is he
but,
an
like, I felt
exception
he cared.
to that rule? You know
Well,
what I'm
there's
saying?
lots
Do you
of
really
exceptions.
think
It's
so?
not a rule. It's not a rule.
Well, there's
Just
an example
what?
of
I'm
how
not
to
questioning
press
whether
higher.
Jermaine, I think isn't it always about us? Like, essentially, Jermaine wanted the experience of playing for a national team and playing
Sure,
at a
we all
World
do.
Cup.
We all do.
It's not totally altruistic where, hey, I just
No,
care about the
no, no,
American
no, no.
soccer.
I'm not suggesting
Well, he
that.
can
But he
smile
did
now.
all the
Sacrifices
he
that
made
he
almost
made.
any show that
The way in which
over
he
time
played,
he
put his
showed that
body
he
on the
cared.
line,
Well, that was a bit unlucky. 'Cause he
travel,
just get the feeling
making
they
sure
need
that
to
he
make
was
the
there
most
for
of
But he
games.
also just felt like part of the
Well,
group.
having been denied by the
Right,
win
like he felt
the
part. He
focus
integrated
is on
himself. He
keeping
would.
the
It's like
opposition
it's
at
like
bay.
any player that comes to a club
Can
team
they
too.
nudge in front?
You don't integrate yourself and make
And the
yourself
shot
part of the
just
team. It's
over
like
the top.
okay, well, it's just about you.
Were you on the broadcast when Lennon
Just
said
1
that?
minute of time added on for
Did you feel any kind of way about it?
My initial reaction was
That's gonna
like,
be all for the
I
first
got 3
half.
kids that are, well, I have a third coming, but I have 3 kids who are going to grow up that are going to have so many components of
Underway in the second
Mexican,
half here at the
Nigerian,
home of
American, right? And
Arsenal.
so if the option comes up, I would want them to feel welcome in any direction, right? To all 3 of those countries.
But would you also want them to show that they're a part of those cultures, countries,
But also,
national
how do
teams,
you,
etc.?
yeah, but so, okay, so how do you,
Can they hit them on
so
the
for the 3 of
counter?
them, for example, I want to play for the
Supporters
US,
want to see
but
him have a go.
if my child were to say, you know what, I want to play for Nigeria, or I want to play for Mexico, I would want them to
Here we
go
can see it again. Look at
to
the
that
way he
national
glides
team
past the
and feel
defender to
welcome,
create space
right?
for
And
himself.
feel like
It's a great finish.
doors are
But there's a
open.
lot of nuance here too,
Composure
because
and
your
finds
point
the
was
back of the
right.
net.
Like,
It's a marvellous goal.
but if they tried to play for the U.S. and they wanted to, and they weren't good enough,
Yeah.
then
Even to that point, if they try to play for the U.S. and they want
and that's why I'm saying it's a
to
good question. Because if I wasn't good enough and Canada offered me, being honest, I probably would have said yeah,
Yeah.
right?
And so to that
But I
question,
also
So then you'd be the person that you.
well, but
Ultimately.
but I
Gonzalo Guedes now. And the
I
ball
can
in
only
behind
tell
the
you what I
defender.
feel, right? I don't. There's no like
And with
data
that,
to
the
prove
attack
that what I'm
fizzles
saying
out.
is right. I just know that one, I cared a lot more about the national team and what happened to it at that time than some other people. That no doubt about that.
Grimaldo,
2, I didn't feel, and I think it's come
able to skip past
to
his
fruition,
man. Oh, it was
that
there
they
for him to get them on level
in any
terms.
way were
Well, that's a big
hurt by,
miss. That should have
devastated,
been the equaliser there.
disappointed in the same way that most were.
Substitution
that
time it
we-
is here.
Well, we did okay in the World Cup, but like when we lost or when it was over, that it was over.
Arsenal pushing forward.
That's
with
all.
options
That's all. That was
available.
my point to Jurgen. Is you're gonna have someone in who will fucking die for the country and the team, literally. Like that's how I felt. And then you're gonna have some people who are just like, oh, it's a few games in the World Cup, it'll help my career, and then I'm gonna move on. That's the way I felt.
Is there any
Maybe I'm wrong.
legitimacy to
That's
that?
factos.
Do you
That's
think?
factos, though. It's not right.
He's gliding
yeah,
through.
I think there is
Really
legitimacy
sticking
to
to the
that.
task defensively.
But I think also there's a way, and I'm with you in terms of thinking. When I was growing up, the national team was the biggest thing. It was the thing that I saw representing your country in a World Cup, packed stadium. That was always the dream for me
Can
as a
he
kid.
put it away?
But at the same time, I think there's a way that you can play for both your country and your club with the same mentality that people felt like you'll die out there for them.
Correct.
That you will sacrifice, which is Jermaine. That you will sacrifice your body, put everything on the
I
line.
felt the same about the Galaxy.
Yeah.
Into
So
the
let me ask you this then, right? So just going
20
back to that 2014 team, right? If that team goes on to make it to the semis,
Is it going to be?
do you still feel the same way?
Yeah.
And it goes. And the second time
It's not about the success.
But so how are you
how they
identifying, or how are you like identifying their level of care? Because to me,
Because I saw it. I mean, I just saw it over
The
months
initial
and months
save is
and
a good
months.
one, as you
Can't-
can see, but unfortunately it
Yes,
dropped
come on.
late to an opponent.
no, I'm
You
just,
saw it.
I'm just,
You saw it.
I'm just trying to figure out. if
I'm
you're
just saying what everyone else was thinking, and
No, I'm not.
no one's
I'm
no
asking
one's
if
got
you're
the balls to
saying
say
that
it.
No, I'm not.
Factos.
Saying that. I'm just
Factos.
asking if you're saying that equates to performance.
Chalanolu.
No.
I think there's. I think there's. I mean,
It's just attitude.
you can still perform without caring to that level, but I think there's something more you're willing to
And
give
let's give
when you care
credit to
at
the
that level,
defending.
at the level I cared, and many others did.
Now,
Which
perhaps
essentially you're
looking
saying
counter from
is,
He's not talking about
Jurgen
Jermaine
brought
Jones,
players who felt that this was an opportunity just
Probably like
to
Julian Green
raise their
looking ass.
profile, to play in the World Cup because they weren't going to get it
Y'all niggas say
in
it.
any other
I
country,
said Julian
any
Green.
other country, to compete and
Good time.
use that
Let's just
I
use
think
Julian
a few.
Green.
I think a few players, if you sat them down with a lie detector test would say, yeah, that's what it was. And in
It's
fairness
mixed
to your
discord
game, you just
looking
wanted the
at.
best team possible.
That dude has
Which
no
was fine if you
American
thought
name.
that was what the best team possible was. That's my thing.
Do you think that felt offensive to a certain section of America? You saying that, and does that perturb you in any way?
Yes
Pero
and
no
no.
es, no es, it's not wrong.
Interesting.
I mean, it's just my feelings. I have a lot of feelings that people don't agree with.
And you're cool with that?
Well, what am I gonna? I can't. I'm 41, Kate. I got 3 kids. I'm just like,
Can't fake how you feel, I guess.
In midair, I do that with flair.
What the fuck is going on?
Get Google Pixel 8 Pro
No
free
que
with
vaya
eligible
Google
trade-in
Pixel.
at AT&T.
Cállate.
So you admitted you were dual national. I didn't see that one coming. I thought when you admitted that you were going to say US Mexico.
Racist. Racist.
No, I'm sure everybody here has got thoughts about Landon and his promotion from Mexico. 2018 World Cup, let's set the scene.
All right, let's get it all
USA
out.
doesn't make it. Landon decides to pledge his allegiance to the CONCACAF rivals, Mexico. Was it just a money thing?
partially.
That's
Partially.
honest.
Like 80%, 90%?
No, I mean, it wasn't life changing.
To pick out this
But
pass shows wonderful vision. It's inch perfect, and it makes
You
the
guys-
striker's job so easy.
I
All
see
you
the
have to
world
do is
differently.
make the right
In
connection.
a lot of ways.
It's a lovely
I
goal.
think people have realized
The
that.
referee blows for
During
full time. It ends in
World
a
Cups,
victory for the home team. No
I'm not
complaints
ashamed
from
to
the
say I
fans here.
root for
You're
CONCACAF
absolutely
teams.
right, Derek. Their attacking
other than the
play
US,
was excellent.
if
Full of
we're not
energy
in
and
it,
pace,
or
and
if
the
we're not playing
midfield
each other.
completely
I do.
dominated the game.
I think that's good for our region. I think that's good for soccer here.
I kind of do
Aside
too.
from that, I grew up with Mexicans, all Mexicans, and so the weird part for me has been during my career, I was always at odds with the Mexican national team, but that always got perceived as being at odds with Mexicans or Mexican people. But the rivalry was between me and the Mexican national team and a number of their players. So I've always known what that was, but I think from a public perception and the way human beings want to pit people against each other, it's all Mexicans, all Americans, we all hate each other, we all fight, we're all rivals. For me, it was about the national team. So there's a lot to unpack there. I'm sure you guys, once you guys give me your thoughts, we can get it all out. But I don't regret any of it. I don't have any shame in it. I made
There can't be
I think
any other
there's
choice
some-
you've made where you got more crap.
No, I mean, there's some regret in how, like holding a scarf that says my other team is Mexico was not smart, right? That was, I'm glad you guys think
Damn,
that's
bro.
funny.
Woo, that's
It
a
was-
statement.
I'll just tell you guys that it was at end of a long day. There was props, lots of different things. We were taking picture, whatever. I didn't even see the scarf. I didn't even know what it was. But I should have been more aware of what I was doing. I wouldn't have made that choice. But as an overall decision, I have no shame in saying that I support, when Costa Rica's in the World Cup, I support them. When Canada's in the World Cup, obviously I support them. When Mexico's there, I support them.
Shoot, Mom's married to a Mexican, and you still root for them to
And-
lose.
And you still have problems with
It's
it.
banter. I bet with her mom every day, every time that we play, and
You're up right now.
this generation got me nice right now. I'll tell you that much. I think, hearing the way you explain it there, it's.
But here's the problem. Well, let me start
Yeah,
saying
go
it.
ahead.
And this is the
Milan.
problem in our country right now, and I'm glad we're doing this, because when you sit and talk about it, there's more nuance to everything. And the problem is we read a scarf, and you're like, oh my God, and you think something about, well, why don't we have a conversation? I can explain it. Nobody wants time for that. So in everything in our world now, it's like black or white, Trump or Biden, red or blue, this or that. And it's like, well, can we have some conversation, be some nuance about it? We're actually more similar than we think we are, right? So I just
No,
want to
that's
say
fair,
that.
but I also think that when we make decisions to do certain things, right, we have to also recognize that what we decide to put out there is going to be put
Just
in
doing
a
up,
microscope
man.
of
What kind
how
of
we
Woodrick?
judge it, because
For sure.
a conversation can't follow in every scenario, right? So like,
Well, or people don't want to, and I'm guilty of this. You don't care about the conversation. You just want to make a decision on it, make up your mind about it, move on to the next thing, right?
Yeah. I hate doing things to where I have to now justify them.
Explain it, yeah.
I'm not perfect. I've said a lot of stupid shit, done a lot of stupid things to where I'm for. My initial thoughts were just like, my man done lost his damn mind. I said, this payday must have been crazy for him to do this. Like,
Well, I mean, it's also, I wouldn't have done it for free.
yeah.
So how do we get you here then? How do we get you come today, bro?
We did it for free.
Real question.
That's why.
What would the money amount have to have been for you to go, okay?
I mean, I'm someone, when you talk about money,
You would never.
my ears perk up a little bit, but in that situation,
Well, you have
I
to.
feel what you're saying.
You have to believe it. If you don't believe it, you're not gonna.
Exactly. I feel what you're saying in terms of like you want to see CONCACAF teams do well because it makes your region look better and have more weight to qualifying in this region, and it gives you more like respect and credibility. But in terms of like that situation, that's a tough one for me. You know what I mean? But at the same time, you got to feel a certain way. You know what I mean? You had reasons to back the reason why you felt that way, and it's good to hear you explain that. But for me,
But you still think it's effed up, huh?
I don't think I could do
I think
that.
the hardest part is because it's him. When we think of U.S. soccer, the first names that are mentioned are yours. So you're almost like synonymous with that brand and with that, and you're laughing, and with U.S. soccer. And so like,
So
now
if Timmy
for you-
Chandler had gone and done it, you wouldn't have had a problem?
He would have said, I know that.
I think there's going to be an immediate reaction if a U.S. player does this, or a Mexican player would have done the same thing. The reaction would have been crazy, just initial reaction. But I think for it to have such a lasting effect is more so because of who you are, right? And how you become
Yeah,
such
so we'll dive a little deeper here. Not that anyone cares, but we'll dive a little deeper. So, there's.
Yes to fresh with Mentos Gum.
I'm a realist, but I'm also an idealist. So, in a perfect world, in my opinion, in a perfect world, we're getting way deeper here, but I'll just say it. All borders wouldn't exist, and we'd just be people, human beings, right? In a perfect world. You wouldn't be a Mexican or American, you'd just be human. You wouldn't be Afghani or Nigerian, you're just a human, right? I understand how the world works, why it is that way, how borders have come to be, and countries, whatever. But to me, it just creates separation and, like, tribalism, fighting against each other, right? So, I don't view I view a Mexican national team as a rival to us, and obviously no one took it more seriously than I did, because I enjoyed beating their ass every time. But in a perfect world, we're all just human beings, and we're not. Now, it's weird to say that because I've competed against other countries for a living, but that's at my heart. That's what I believe, and so I have no problem.
If this was Mexico people in general, the country.
Well, that's why. I mean, but Charlie, that's what I was saying.
Yeah.
Right. Like I have friends who like cry when Mexico loses, and I like seeing them happy and enjoying when Mexico does well, and that's why I've always felt that way about Mexico.
Do you like just being different though? Is
It's
that part of
not-
you that just like
That's
enjoys
like Alexi,
riling people?
right? Like Alexi
Oh,
does it
okay.
just to do it, you know.
That's not you.
It's just the way I am. I don't do it. It's not calculated. I'm not trying to. It's just the way I think.
Let's say you saw Messi, for example, holding up Barcelona didn't qualify for Champions League somehow, some way, and he's holding up the Real Madrid jersey saying, my other team is... But no, I'm saying if we're not going to go to countries like... Because I feel like with club teams, sometimes... I feel like the club team is different than a national team, although national team last year has changed because you can
Less
change...
tribal
you can
or more
choose,
tribal?
Less because you can choose your team, right?
I was just gonna
Okay.
say the difference is, Mo, you choose your club team.
Well,
That's what I'm
You
saying.
don't choose where you're born.
You can
That's
choose.
what I'm saying.
You can choose your country.
Now, that's
Oh,
what
yeah.
I just said. It's a little bit...
Touche, Chuck. Touche.
I said that. I said it's a little bit different now. It's a little bit different now. My point is that I think the reaction would still be, the hell are you doing? Like, if it's Messi holding up a Real Madrid jersey because...
For sure.
And that's not even as deep because that's not the country he plays for. That's not the birth country for him.
He's part of the
It's
fabric.
wild that they thought to approach you. That's crazy to me that they thought, here's an idea. Let's go for land.
Actually, it's not how it happened.
Oh, how did it happen?
We actually spoke and talked about how we can. So where it all initiated was, like every partner of the World Cup, Wells Fargo had, and by the way, I've been with Wells Fargo for 8-10 years, so I have a tight relationship with them.
You bank with them? Sure.
Thank you.
Sure.
Thanks for I am tight.
Where's your money at?
I do make it.
Get your money where your mouth is.
I do.
Let me know where
Okay,
your
all right,
accounts
all
are.
right.
I don't mean, I don't,
Tighten
by the
up,
way,
tighten up, make it less, all right.
So Wells Fargo,
All right, I'm believing. I'm starting to believe you a little bit
they
more.
made me money, yes. So, they were worried, like everyone else, when the U.S. didn't qualify, how do we make this as successful as possible, right? Like Fox was worried because they had the rights, Univision, I think, had the rights, all the part Wells Fargo, Coca-Cola, everyone. It's like, okay, we just lost 30% of what our anticipated revenue because the U.S. isn't involved. So they came to us and said, what are some interesting ideas? And we just brainstormed whatever, and that's how it eventually came about. Well, what if we did something with Mexico? Because I want to support them and Costa Rica and everybody else in the World Cup, and that's how it all formulated. So it's not like they had
Was
an
it your
idea
idea?
came. I don't remember how it all came about, but we all
Yeah, it was
brainstorming. I mean, eventually
Well, hey, where was Costa Rica at?
Costa Rica like, hey, what the fuck?
I got screwed.
Costa Rica like, hey, ¿qué haces?
Yeah.
Take this stuff away.
I know. Sick to say.
Let's go away. Ay, Dios mío.
I'm not mad at you. Yeah.
Yes.
Going back to kind of the rivalry between you two and where we started some of this conversation, tied for all-time leading score. Is it 57 goals each for the U.S. men's national team? How much does that irk you? It just like there must be
I
those
think it's
moments that you
appropriate.
look back and think, man, if that one had just gone in.
It doesn't because I was on.
Clint,
Well, I believe it.
stop it.
I thought you were going to this is a real conversation.
Bullshit. And I don't risk my quarterback. Say what you gotta say, and I'm gonna speak my truth.
All right, hold on.
But if this shit, if y'all let Landon slide with that shit, y'all gotta let me slide with this. But come down, sit down. Hold on, wait a minute. Something ain't right.
I thought this shit was real. He said, I'm okay with it.
But wait, here's the situation. Do I want to do? Did I want
Ladies,
to
don't
have?
get me.
Hey,
All right, let him explain.
Did I want to have more goals?
Let me land.
I did. But for me, that doesn't eat me up inside is I had to have 2 heart procedures to then come back and then to get a few more goals. That was borrowed time to me. My
Hey,
career
Xhaka.
could've been over. You know what I'm saying? Like I was lucky enough to come back, get called back in, and to make the impact, get the goals that I did, to even tie that number. Do I wish I would have broke the record? Hell yeah. There ain't no question. I'm out there to be the best I can be, take it as far as I can take it. I mean, going back to my very first cap, to put things in perspective, I was a damn holding midfielder. I didn't give a damn as long as I got in the field. And then most of the time, I was outside mid. I wasn't striker till later in my career, which is opposite for you. You were striker more so earlier, and then you dropped back to midfield. So, yeah, it hurts me that I didn't break the record, but at the same time, I'm at peace because, like, shit, I came back from 2 heart procedures just to tie it.
So my perspective was I watched him like get closer, and I was like, quit fucking scoring. You know, like, of course.
And then he told Bruce to make me a super sub, stop starting me. Shit. I still ain't forgot. Hey, man, I never forget Bruce for that. Man, I always had to do the sub at the end.
What's the story?
Nothing, I just felt like I was never his guy. When I first
But Landon was his guy.
Oh, really?
More so than me?
Oh, I loved you.
But definitely way more than me. He's
Well,
like,
yeah, I
he
mean, I
said
was
you were
around
like
him
the
forever.
sub.
I was around him
You
forever.
know what I'm saying? I was like a damn foster kid.
Redhead.
I want to go to McDonald's. What's up? He just drive past every time. I be thinking, come on, I want to have a meal. Like, it was a situation where, like, when I first went into the national team, I barely got in. And then at the end, I was like,
He barely got in.
bro, I barely got in again. Like, what the hell? I couldn't win with him.
Was your perception different?
No, but actually the way I think of it is you can look at it different ways. I can be like, oh, if I would have scored that goal or that goal, it would have been one more. But then I think about, when was your first cap? How old were you?
I was 21. It was in 2004.
So I started 3 years earlier. I think I played more games than you did.
Yeah.
Like way more.
Yeah.
I took all our penalties. You didn't hardly he could have beat me by 20. So I'm just great. But I also think it's fitting.
Oh, that's interesting.
I do. I think it's like appropriate. in a weird way.
But he had way more assists than me.
Did you care about scoring goals? Like, did you
Not the obsession like he had, and that's why he was like so good in the box.
Were you conscious of, because like there's this recent, I think it was on Twitter maybe that it came out about the international assists and like how you have the
About
most.
the what?
international assists? I know he's not speaking properly. He had too much drinks, but
International assists is what I said.
Yeah.
So what did you say?
Sorted it out.
What did you say?
You
Anyway,
are
so you're like the
the
leader.
world leader in assists in international.
World
football.
leader.
In national teams?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So that's your reaction, right? So you
Wait for a
didn't know.
moment.
That just recently came up because I think Neymar.
But do other countries even keep assists?
Yeah.
Right?
But my point is that something
That's
that
crazy,
like
Landon.
Number
No,
one.
you know what here's my, he was a killer, in the box, killer. I think, I watched my dad play hockey growing up. And I would always go to the rink, it was freezing cold, I would sit there in the rink, but I watched him play, and it seemed like he always made the right decision in, the goal-scoring opportunities. So, if it was the right play to pass,
You were selfish.
then he would pass.
Damn, I'm reading between the lines here.
No. But I gave up a lot. You scored goals that maybe I would have had a chance to score because you were, willing to take the risk. But I was like, you know what? Probably not the best chance. I'm going to, whatever. We'll circulate the ball and try again or whatever. But I always just tried to make the best decision in front of goal, regardless if it was shooting or not. And my biggest fault, Bruce used to get pissed at me, just be more selfish. Just take it and fucking run by someone and shoot. And I don't know, I didn't view it that way. I just wanted the best chance to score. So that's probably why I valued both equally.
Just to go back to that stat that you shared, so all-time leading assists internationally, globally, right? You're number one on the list. The other top four, or to make up the top four, is Neymar, Puskás, and Messi are your other three on that list, along with you top four. You didn't know this? Did you really not know this?
No, I had no idea.
Does it not blow your mind to hear that?
Well,
That's crazy
those guys weren't
confident,
playing Grenada and St. Kitts and Nevis in qualifying,
They stop.
No, you're very humble.
Oh, this guy, I don't even know who he is anymore. I remember this guy when I was a kid.
We had a lot of games.
I
remember those assists.
I remember, bro, this guy was a killer, bro. He was trying to act all Mr. Nice, Dalai Lama.
I got an assist in Mexico from you.
I remember when I'd shoot sometimes with my right foot. You said, oh, you should shot that with your left. Or, someone's going to act like, hey, someone's done that before. You know what I'm saying? This guy, hey, he's Mr. Nice Guy now that he's retired. But when he was playing, hey, don't get it twisted. He was about that. He was about that life.
Did you have a mean streak?
I think we're in an Airheads commercial. Want to skip it?
Not mean, but
He lost his
competitive.
But he scores goals, so we really don't care. He lost his temper.
I do have a temper, yeah, that's right.
So what are we going to do for a tiebreaker for this?
I was gonna say.
All-time tie, 57 goals
You
apiece.
weren't a speaker, but when you did speak, it was like, oh shit.
You got an idea? Go on,
Yeah,
go on.
Better hairline.
Pardon? Shut up, man.
Why are you guys laughing back there? Shit ain't funny.
Give me a real tiebreaker.
I say
You went to Turkey and paid for yours.
I know you guys have been thinking about this all day.
For real. Who got bigger eyes?
No, wait, a real conflict. Give me arm wrestle, flip cup.
I don't think there's anything I can beat Deuce at now. Not even golf.
Why can't we just...
Didn't you hear what I said? I'm at peace.
He can always be tied.
Hey, we're both at peace with it.
Yeah, we're both...
I don't think Clint
Did
said
you not hear that?
I think Clint wants to win.
We are at peace.
No peace with you.
Landon, do you know what In the Mixer is?
No.
No, it's not. Okay, so it's like a questions game that we play
My bag was
It
hurt.
doesn't have to be quick fire, but I'm going to give you a bunch of questions before we let you go, okay? This is the last thing we're going to do with you. Who would portray you in your biopic? I know.
Oh, I thought you said betray. It's
No,
like a lot of
portray,
people.
sorry.
Portray me? You guys want to weigh in on this?
Al Pacino.
Larry David. Yo, why'd you
Joe
laugh
Pesci.
like that?
You guys are fucked
Joe
up.
Pesci.
Hey, you're fucked up. Who would portray me? What do you think, Kate?
Man, I don't know.
Matthew McConaughey.
Ah.
He's a little bald too, right?
No.
What's your favorite Clint story?
Oh, that's a good. Oh, I'll tell you my favorite. I mean, it's disgusting, but it's my favorite. It tells you everything you need about Deuce. I've told you this before. So I walked into the training room one day, and Deuce was on the table with our team doctor, and I saw him just going. I'm like, what the hell's going on here? I watched the doctor pull off his toenail, his big toe, literally bit by bit, pulled out. He had like gotten hit on his side, was bleeding, and I watched him rip off for like 20 minutes, rip off his toenail. And I was like, God, what kind of like numbing cream did you give him? He goes, nope, didn't give him any, didn't want anything. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? I watched him ripped off his whole toenail. I was like, God damn.
Why would you be offered numbing cream and say no?
Because he didn't need it.
Gotta go and
Some
get
people
it.
feel different.
You like that, get it.
Is there anything you didn't ask that you want to ask?
Is there anything you didn't say you wanted to say?
I think we've said it all.
Have you been drinking since the break?
I might have.
This whole segment has gone AWOL for this minute.
No, seriously, man, we really appreciate you coming through.
My pleasure. Thank you.
4 times I didn't want to do it. Take a look at a sneak peek of next week's episode of Kicking It.
What drove you?
They got the cheetah. No, I'm playing. She's not a cheetah.
Oh, I never intended to know.
Le rompió el corazón a. ¿Cómo se llama este güey? Alfonso.
I just kind of landed here somehow. I wanted to be a translator. I had moved to Spain when I had finished high school, so I was like 17. I had done my degree in Spain, and then I went to Germany. I got offered like an internship at a TV station, and they had a sports anchor who was kind of volatile. And he anchored the sports news, and he stormed out one day. He quit over a dispute. And so they decided they wanted to cast within the network. And the boss of the network came to me and said, oh, I think you should try out. You already know the system. We know you can write scripts. You should try out. And I said, no, thank you. I have no interest in trying. I don't want to be on TV. And he said, just do me a favor. Just do it. If it's terrible, we'll never talk about it. But what you got to lose? Just do the casting. And I'll leave you alone. So I did the casting. It was like it was like sports news. So you're at a desk. I did not know what to wear. So
We're wearing a Fendi and Armani.
I borrowed a blazer off someone. It was too big. It was like an orange blazer. I looked about 40. And I did this casting, which I've since seen. Somebody said it to me. Horrific. It's terrible. Really bad. Thank you for watching. If you liked this episode of Kicking It, then don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to enjoy more raw and unfiltered content from me and the boys.
Scheiße. What the fuck? What the hell is this? Puta, isso não sei.
Max Post did it as a brilliant wind-up to. Can't remember the kid's name, but to him anyway.
Yeah.
Nico did it though.
Nico did it.
I think they did the same. Yeah.
Nico came
Nico like 1%. Do you know what I think was amazing?
I voted for him.
God damn it, the fucking team of the week.
I think I gave Max.
Was that the first time you ever voted?
I think
Probably one of.
I think I gave Max.
Our democracy's in a world of pain.
It's not like America.
Listen,
Your first ever vote was a YouTuber.
Yeah, also, some of his things were mad as well. Some of his things, he was like, every McDonald's will be 24 hours.
But his main objective was to beat one of the real politicians, and he beat it. Yeah, he came 5th.
And I think that must be the same fella that Max was trying to. That's it. That's who it was. That's who it was.
He came
He's not a
5th.
politician. He's just a weirdo.
Whenever you're in a stadium when a geezer from the away team goes to take a corner, he puts it in the quadrant, and it's always outside.
Yeah.
Someone always, like, the people behind the goal always like, it's out. You're like, it's not, is it? Because there's an overhang of a football, so it can sit out, but the overhang is in.
Oh, because always, yeah, because when you watch on the TV, it looks like the ball's out.
Let me demonstrate.
Yes. Here we go.
Right? So if that line is there, you could be. So
There's
that,
no line.
my finger is the line, right? Okay, look. So there's the line. So the ball there is nowhere near the line. But look, it's in.
Yeah.
See?
He's right. He's right.
See the shadow of the ball?
Yeah, he's right. Look.
Yeah.
My hand's there.
Look, it's a very didactic YouTube session, this as well. So you're learning,
Goal.
as well as there's so much going on here.
But yeah.
We've got
That's
beauty,
yeah.
brains.
100%. There's a math lesson going on in the club. It's beautiful.
That's not a handball. I did 20 seconds in. Is that a handball?
I don't think he's an emotional.
Your emotions.
I thought this was a penalty. 20 seconds.
Don't tell me.
Oh my
Mate,
God!
what's going on?
Mate, I thought so. I thought it just happened.
Let's not check it.
That's
See?
not handball.
Let's
That's
not
Man United have a guy on the
silly.
board of the referee.
You got this guy that comes on and criticises refs and VAR every week and then wants a penalty for that.
I don't want a penalty for that in real life.
This
This is for the streamer.
This is not real
Hang on,
life.
look, he
guys.
volleyed it straight to his hand. Well,
Hey, go on, get that across the
It's
box.
got to be a goal here. It's got to be.
That was a great goal.
Wan-Bissaka did well there.
Yeah, really good goal.
That was a good reverse. Who did that reverse pass?
Wan-Bissaka.
That was a good reverse pass.
And then McTominay
Good
crossed it.
ball. Really good.
Great
goal.
build up by United. Rasmus Højlund, one of the top scorers in the
Wow.
Champions League.
Yeah,
Top
I thought-
scorer in the Premier League. He's got 4 in the Champions League.
On the thought.
He judges up badly for still playing games.
I don't understand.
I can't play him anymore. I've done the conflict.
Why? It's just a form. It's a form of escapism. That's what it is, really.
There's other ways you can do that.
What about Football Manager and that?
No.
I think that's rubbish.
Pretending to be a football manager in my bedroom.
See, Rory, you're taking the fun out of it.
pretend to
You see
be
when the fun stops.
We basically pretend to be
Honduras. Honduras.
You're taking the
Qué
fun out
figura.
of it.
Football manager.
That's hard.
The next level of nerds. Nerds
Honduras.
Football pundit. I don't know what you're on about.
Yeah, you're pretending, bro. We're not pretending.
He puts on a suit. When Man City's got Champions
Keep
League, he puts on a suit.
Plays the music.
Yeah. Plays everything.
Also, this adult, by the way, that don't play computer games, phone the police because he's tired blue.
Mate, I was panicked.
He was like Sanchez running back to his goal.
If you're in an emergency,
Running on the M1.
panic in my eyes, man.
No, but any era.
What my perspective of football should be, it shouldn't be that way.
Penalty!
So what do you think?
Wait, what's happened there? What's happened?
What the hell?
What's happened there, Miles?
What do you mean? He just took
Saka
Saka
was
out?
yeah, Tanner. Why you laughing now?
What happened, Mark? I wasn't watching.
No, Saka just did a jinky majinky, drop one shoulder, drop left shoulder, and then drop what?
And then dropped.
Shoulders. Just shoulders was happening. There's a lot of shoulders.
A lot of shoulder shaking.
Yeah. But not the pitch.
Oh, Havertz has got down now
They
as
gotta
well.
go back and check that. They have to go back and
It's
check
over
that.
now.
No, it's not.
They're not gonna check that.
The ball's out.
It's been 3 or 4 minutes.
It's been 30 seconds.
Look, boys, look. Gone one, done one, jinked.
Does he take the ball? Come on.
Nah, Saka, you're free.
Well, that's not even for Roy, though.
You've been
That's not
jinked
a
up
penalty for you
before.
lot.
It's not his responsibility.
Garnacho comes in here.
You've got to square that, boy.
Garnacho's in.
Oh.
He's gone. Yahoo! Finally, his 5th Champions
so
League goal
average,
of
isn't
the
it?
season.
Oh, hat-trick.
2-0.
So where does this put you in the group?
Second.
On the second.
And depending on, surely if Galatasaray
We lost 2.
if Galatasaray winning,
Galatasaray's drawing 0-0.
Wow.
so if Galatasaray win, that's
This is a bad group.
Yeah, bad group.
Oh, Man United. Oh, I'm crazy.
That was a replay.
I just looked at the top right corner of my game.
Yeah, and you scored.
We just scored. But forget that. I looked at the top right of that. It said, Man United 2-0. I just watched it.
Yeah, it's different screens, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, but I saw the score. Oh, yeah, Man United's up 2-0.
Yeah,
So I just watched it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it works.
That's one game. There's another game in a different country.
So look,
I'm thinking, no, Man United scored.
Oh, and that trick! Oh!
I think we were celebrating this one. It's code name. In my opinion, we were celebrating.
We've lost half of our games this season. You do know that, right? Literally, we've drawn 0.
These guys are
And we either win or lose.
their right back's probably a milkman or something.
There's going to be a VAR check here. Rashford's kind of stepped on the guy's ankle, but it looks very accidental when it happens. Is this it?
Get him off film.
No,
wait,
that's not it. That's not it. That's not a record.
No, this is it.
Oh, that's film.
No.
Off.
In all fairness,
Get him off.
in all fairness,
Oh, he's broken his ankle.
no, he hasn't
protect the ball.
You're boosted all over
It's
again.
accidental.
It's accident. That's not a red card.
It's not to protect the ball.
In all
He's
fairness,
out as well.
he's
That's
got to
absolutely
protect the
disgusting.
What's your real opinion?
Yeah, it's fine. He's protecting the ball.
Referee, what are you
That's fine to
doing?
have a look at it.
That's not a red card,
The referee,
man.
he's going to send him on. He's trying to do everything to ruin the
That's not a
sport.
red card. He's got to protect the ball.
The referee now should use his football intelligence and say he's obviously trying to protect the ball.
But on your definition, should
No,
also
but
use his
that's
intelligence and say the game is a spectacle, 11 against 11.
Oh, behave. What I'm trying to say is
The game against 11,
you're
11
misinterpreting what I'm saying. You are
He's got to
misinterpreting.
protect the ball. He's got to shield him off the ball.
Listen, referees have to understand. In Marcus Rashford's nature
Referees have to understand our entertainment value.
I didn't bring about. I didn't say entertainment just then, did I? I'm saying that a game. A referee has to understand the game.
You said the referee's decision making. You said the referee's decision making has to be based upon the entertainment value and ruining the game as a spectacle. That's exactly
I don't think that is a should-be-based stuff.
Well, then don't send him off.
That's what I said. I don't want him to get
Don't send him off as a spectacle.
He's ruined the game, bro.
I don't want him the game. That's a shame.
And look at the ref. Look at his face. He loves that. He loves sending them off.
That means Rashford. You ain't got Rashford for the next 2 games.
I mean, that's beside the point. But that's a disgrace.
He'll get off it, Rashford.
That's not a red card.
He's gone to protect the ball.
It's not a red card.
More red cards than goals.
That his intention.
And look at the ref. They can't even engage, man. They're not even human. These guys.
Red cards than goals.
That's not a red card.
Pathetic.
More red cards than goals for them.
Nah, it's not.
Is it? We're gonna run it.
Listen, boys. I don't like Manchester United. I don't like Manchester United, but I like to see a good game of football. That is not a red card, bro.
If that's Thiago Silva that flies in like that, the referee walks up.
Yes! Adam, you're in
Let's
trouble.
put red card out.
Adam, you're in trouble.
Yeah, we're fucked now because of this fucking game.
Adam's in trouble, bro. You know the thing is, I want to see Man United. I want to see Adam McConnell cry in the stream right now. I do. Not like that.
Go on, son. Oh,
That's a great block.
yes! Yes!
They are robbing you, bro.
Harry Maguire.
They are robbing Manchester United. What happened, man? They are robbing you, lot. 2 goals before half time.
Harry Maguire.
That's not. Let's have a look at this. I've not seen this.
It is filth.
Second.
How is that a penalty? Unbelievable.
It's not.
There's two. The second one out.
Harry Maguire's obviously
T-shirt. His arm like that though.
at the first one. He might be alright.
Stop winding people. Use that loadies and.
Maguire's handball is come on, mate.
Yeah,
I just said Rashford was on red. I just said Rashford was on red.
Yards away from you, though. Oh, listen, if the keepers want to handball.
The game's controlling it. The game's controlling it in the direction of the
Game over.
Anana saved one in the previous leg, didn't it?
He did. He let a few in as well, didn't he?
No.
I mean,
Really? Love it.
huh?
You love this.
I've always loved Copenhagen, mate. I'm a big Copenhagen fan.
They got a wicked kick.
We're talking about playing PSG in the next round. We can do that. PSG
Regrets on Thursday night now.
by far. We can have the next.
Oh, Adam, you're in the mud.
Alive and direct.
The game's not over, man. We've
Nah,
got
it's not over.
45 minutes to cover.
We're getting
Good point away from home.
Broad
Good
daylight.
point away from home. Don't fuck this up.
Like, we're actually getting.
You should have bottled a 2-0 lead though, even with 10 men.
Oh,
Stop talking shit, man.
10 man.
Please. The geezer's given a appalling penalty away and a red card.
You can't bottle a 2-goal lead to 10
You
minutes.
can still save it. You can still save it.
He ain't saying.
Nah, no. He saved the last one.
Rory's the biggest wind-up on this channel.
Jackson?
I'm a serious football
Oh,
fan.
shit.
Rory's a big wind-up.
You know why no one's gonna save
There
it?
you
Because he got a shape up.
That shit trash.
When you get
That shit trash.
He's gonna save it.
That's why.
Once you got a shape
Jackson.
up.
Arnold will dive, even if it's the wrong direction. He'll just dive anyway.
When you get a shape up, look. Save. Oh, his barber weren't good enough that day. I'm sorry, I don't know.
That's just 2-all. Mate, there's 5 minutes left. It's going to be 3-2.
They lose 3-2, they can't get out of the good, can they?
Saka's in here.
Yeah, and Gary Neville.
Go on, Saka, kill the game, boy. Done him.
Good touch.
Done him.
Goal, good.
Oh, 1 second.
Don't bring it to me, man. Don't
say
look
a
at me.
word. Don't say a word.
This shit kinda getting claimed looking at.
Playing Champions League football.
Yeah.
Is he a threat?
Mate, they're 15th in the Liga.
I just got sung. I just got sung.
I said, is he a threat against Bayern Munich in the quarter?
Swag.
That's a
Swag.
chance to me. That's a chance.
I'll take
That's a
that.
chance.
He is a threat against Bayern.
He's a threat.
Alphonso Davies does not get turned like that. And that's why I'm saying,
Oh, we're gonna get a penalty. This guy needs to go away. Give us a penalty.
No.
Did
they give it? No way. No. No, gosh, no.
That's handball, bro. I told you.
No way.
If you're giving the Maguire one,
No.
I told you you could be in this game.
Rest Trendy check.
I have to give it. He's probably Spanish, that ref.
Is it still being checked?
I bet that ref is
Hurry up,
Spanish.
man, you fucking
Come on,
idiot.
ref, with your stupid side party.
Sheepin.
Ridiculous.
He's Spanish. That ref is Spanish. Ben,
Giving it, innit?
I was gonna check.
I was going to check, eh? When they check, they always give it. When they check, they always give it. It has to.
Adam, I told you you could be in the game.
Oh, he did his hair today, there for F, didn't he? When they had his haircut on a special occasion.
That's what I hate. You can't give that view. That can't be the first thing you see.
But that's perfect for you.
No, but it's for me. You know, in general, VAR, they give that. They just have us.
Yeah, that's a penalty.
No, it's off Maguire's head. That's not a penalty.
It is a penalty. He's come off his
That's
head.
a penalty.
Why isn't it a penalty? Just touch his head, bro.
Oh, his hand.
That's his penalty. That will be given as a penalty.
It's not a penalty.
It will be. Why not? Well, I can't see why you couldn't.
Why is he heading it onto his
He's
hand?
handed it onto his hand.
Yeah.
For the same reason we shouldn't.
What do you mean he's headed it onto his hand? Why does that make it not a
Too
penalty?
close.
Look how close that is.
Yeah, but why is his hand there?
That's true.
He's jumped up.
Yeah, but you can't have your hand there. It's in a position where it's
We won't
unnatural.
get it.
Yeah, but you need to lift it off at elevation, though.
Yeah, but you have to. That's why. You would say that you have to put your arms out to defend, but that's why defenders defend with their arms behind their back.
Penny.
Given it.
That's not a penalty, by the way. But it's even itself out.
You'll take it right now.
It's even itself out because Maguire's wasn't a penalty.
Oh,
I don't see how
As it
that
comes
is
to
a
the,
penalty.
as it comes to
It has even itself out.
Oh.
I can't watch it.
No, stay here, man.
Why are you bottling it? It's Copenhagen, mate. You've got 1.5 billion quid. You can't hide behind the set.
Group stage.
That is behind the set.
Sit down, man, Adam, man.
You can't do that. It's Copenhagen in a group stage.
It's like on a knockout stage, bro.
Hey.
Come on, man.
I thought you know we're the biggest club in the world. This is small club mentality.
I'm in the mud, man.
What are you, Cambridge United fan? What are you,
I'm nervous for Luton on Saturday.
What are you, a Bristol Rovers fan? Have some big boy mentality,
You'll
man.
come back,
Have some
man.
big boy mentality.
Oh, yes, Bayern Munich can score against Galatasaray.
Get out of the way.
Yeah, see?
Go on, Bruno.
Told you, Adam, bro.
Go on, big sexy Bruno.
None of the above.
Adam, what are you doing?
Come on, what are you doing? This is a shambles.
This is how bad it is.
You know, bad. This is a shambles.
This is bad. It's group stages, man. Come on, look at the school, man.
I could cry if you missed this. You know what?
Come on, man. It's
Fernandes as well.
company.
He's got a good record, hasn't he?
Good goal.
Yes! No issue there. Good penalty.
Never in doubt. And he got booked too.
And he got booked. He's baffled. That's baffled. Look, mate, I'm injured, I'm hurt. What are you doing? These refs are dicks, man.
Hey, Saka, your ankle fucked Jay.
Saka looking back at him as well, like this.
Ref, what are you doing? Right. I'm walking off. Because you wanted to go the long way, innit? So the ref says go this way. But is that wrong? It's my stadium.
He's walking off like he's had too much brandy, honestly.
Oh, God, you're Googling. You're Googling something. I call you. He's actually Googling something. He's actually Googling. Yeah, you can't originally think of any song lyrics. You get your phone out, press Safari.
too much brandy,
Get your
boys.
phone out, press Safari. Literally got streets lyrics. Too much brandy. Okay,
You've been blinded by the lights. You've been blinded by the lights.
Yeah.
You can tell he never went to church because he's always lying.
Yeah.
Oh, you like that one, Booth?
I like that one.
I don't know that song.
You know, never went to church.
Or by the street. Never heard that song.
That's because all your music, everything is borrowed.
I just.
I love that. He got his funny.
He did.
Too much brandy. Too much. Oh, no. Original pirates here. No. Too much brandy. Oh, sorry. I love that. I love it. Do you know what I love as well? I love that he did it with no. He just went literally Google street lyrics. Too much brandy. All right. Is that too much brandy? It's so cool as well.
Boys, focus on the football, mate. You got one job to do. You're doing it very poorly, by the way. Very poorly, by the way, Royce, okay?
Warriors, like, there's something wrong here. I know he doesn't know that much shit.
I
know he doesn't know that much.
I was running out of names.
He didn't cover it at all because he literally went like that.
Honestly, on my life, turn the page, mine, and a few others.
You should have left
I'm
one.
running out of
Google one,
running.
though.
I did Google one.
And I thought you
Honestly, the brandy one can't even think what that is.
Do you know when I realised that we got in there? Because he really got the...
I remember most of the games we beat Arsenal and he had like a...
There he is! Goal! Golazo! There he is! I told you, there he is!
How they falling asleep on the back post again? That's what is that?
Bro,
the
that
Lowe's
corner! It's the corner!
It's the
That's an
Lowe's
unnecessary corner. This guy's on fire, man.
The guy that scored for them should have been sent off as well. That's the worst thing, man.
They are peppering you now, man. Oh, wow. It's... Handball?
Go on, GT!
Man United! They've thrown it away! It was 2-0 up. Now they're 4-3 down. Adam McCurner, I've got a song for you. Try your eyes, mate.
Maybe just Google that. Oh my god, what a game.
Jesus, name's Rooney, bro.
Rooney.
Oh my Wayne Rooney, mate. His name's Rooney.
Oh my god, Man United.
Man United.
He's got to go. He's got to go. He's got to go.
Really?
He's got to go.
What about circumstances?
He's got to go.
What about circumstances?
Doesn't matter. He's got to go.
You really think that?
He's got to go. Manchester United managers don't lose this game. They just don't. This is mental.
That's
This is bad,
shocking
man.
from
This is mental.
But he's got Maguire, Johnny Evans.
They've now lost more games than they've won this season.
Equally as bad.
No, but ask why, bro.
Yeah, I know, but
Ask why. Someone fizzes the ball at you, they're 10 yards away,
Remember
they
when
bounce it up.
Pickford fizzed it?
Gahey just
Shoot!
Maguire!
Oh! Jesus!
Thank God that didn't go in.
Someone should have gambled on it. Oh, it's over.
Amazing.
United Champions League dreams are
Cut to
over.
Adam. There we go.
We're out.
Now
That's
show the
us out.
people what they want.
That's us out.
It's not.
We've been robbed today, but
And
that's us out.
do you not think that the game against
We've been
Galatasaray is now playing?
We've been robbed today. No, because Galatasaray can go and beat Copenhagen when we lose to Bayern Munich, so we're out. But we've been absolutely robbed today.
At Firehouse Subs, a portion of every purchase helps provide life-saving equipment to first responders. We make our subs differently.
A warm
Do
welcome
not
on what is
care.
a perfect day to watch football. My name's Guy Mowbray and alongside me is Sue Smith for commentary. And every reason to believe we're in for an entertaining match here. It's the Founders and they take on Arsenal.
Well, thanks, guys.
Hello everybody, good evening, welcome to the United Stand. It's a massive game in the Champions League as Manchester United take on Copenhagen. In Denmark, of course, and it is a big game. And Erik Ten Hag has made some, what I would say, big decisions. Some people are baffled by it, some people are not happy with it, some people are very content with it. Lots to discuss about it. Obviously, it's an 8 o'clock kick-off, but we've got time, so right-hand side. McTominay needs the pass. Goal! Get in! Lovely play! Rasmus! 1-0 to Manchester United. That goal's absolutely fantastic. I've got to say, Bruno's ball to Rashford, magnetic touch, ball into Wan-Bissaka, into Scott McTominay, lays it across the goal. It's a tap in there for Rasmus. Nicholas Jackson would have loved this. And it's 1-0 to United. It's a lovely goal. A lovely, lovely goal. Really, really good teamwork. You can't argue with that when you talk about style of play. It's neat, it's tidy, it's a lovely little run that McTominay makes. Lovely ball, reverse pass by Wan-Bissaka. Lovely cross by McTominay. That goal's good. I don't care what anybody says. Man City scores that goal and everyone goes, liquid football. It's an absolutely brilliant goal. I love it. I love that goal. What a goal. What a team goal.
I can't wait to watch.
Put that in your pipe and smoke it. No style of play FC. There's Bruno. He's got, this should be a goal. This should be a goal. Garnacho. Good save. Højlund! 5-0.
Højlund!
5 goals for him in the Champions League. It's probably game over here already. Manchester United, well, it says 27 minutes. Rasmus. He's got his second goal. It's a tap-in from Garnacho's shot. United lead 2-0 here. And I tell you what, it's comfortable. It's very, very comfortable. And as things stand, he is joint top scorer in the Champions League with 5 goals with Alvaro Morata. 2-0 to Manchester United. It's not 5-0, it's 5 goals for Rasmus. I was getting a bit too excited there. Bruno with the interception. This is how you break. This is what Ten Hag's talking about. We win the ball high up the pitch, but we don't we waste the opportunity. And what we've done today is we've won the ball high up the pitch and we took the opportunities. Rasmus won't score an easier goal in his career. I'd have blasted the shit out of that. I'd have absolutely blasted it. Fair play to him for passing it, but I'd have had a right excitement rush. 2-0. Hi, Mark.
Get the stats carousel. Oh, he's gonna check it as well. You're having a fucking joke, mate. You're having a joke if that's a red. You're having an absolute joke. This is a disgrace. That is absolutely incredible. You can't send fucking Rashford off. He ain't that guy. Oh, I don't fucking believe this. I know what they're gonna do. They're gonna go, well, why has he put his foot there? That's the problem, isn't it? His foot's nowhere near the fucking ball.
Puta.
I don't think it's a bloody red.
Bonito.
He is. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. How many games has he missed for that? How many games is he going to miss for this? The problem is because of where he puts his foot. The more I look at it, the more I go, why has he put his foot there? It's nothing to do with the ball. You know what? The more I'm watching it, the more I'm going, why did he put his foot there? That's why they've sent him off. It's because he's moved his foot across to use his body. Fucking hell. It's a blatant red, says Ben. Well, I'll do a poll. Is that a red? Protecting the ball. And that's why he's done. They've just hit the bar here, Copenhagen. I mean, bloody hell, I'm actually just, forget the fucking red card for a minute. This is a problem for Manchester United because they're down to 10 men. A game that we were cruising in is suddenly looking very, very, very dubious. He was trying to shield the ball. What about intent, says Daniel. Sorry, but that's a red, says Nick P. What's he doing stretching his leg out that far to shield the ball, says Nick.
I'm Carter Scherer, and the Candy Cup is officially here, and there's a whole lot of prizes up for grabs. Will you be one of the...
He was not looking at the player, so no intent. I don't think intent matters, and they've scored for fuck's sake! This is a bloody disaster! It's going all wrong! It's going all wrong! They've scored 2-1! This is United all over, isn't it? As soon as something big happens, we've got no mentality to just dig in till half-time. They've scored back post header. Everyone talks about Wan-Bissaka, but on the back post he's weak from crosses. He's bloody good on the ground, but back crosses to the back post are always a weakness. This is kryptonite. Watch this. Cross to the back post. He's always been weak here. He's lost one, he's not. He's taken a little deflection. Varane's not tight enough either. It's just... It's not good enough. It's United defending crosses again, and it's just not good enough. It's not good enough. Dracula FC. Halloween was last week, you fuckers. And then this is football, isn't it? It's football. It's bloody football, isn't it? He was not looking at the player, so no intent, says that. VAR is honestly the worst thing to be brought in. They killed the Spurs game, not a red, says Timmy. I think that's my problem again. I'm going to blame VAR because I didn't see anything happen. You know, my question is, if Haaland had scored that goal, would that be cancelled so we go back for the red? I mean, for me, we're over-refereeing the game. The referee on the pitch didn't give it, and he would have seen it. That has to be bollocks. Good block by Maguire. He's given a penalty now! Oh my fucking God! What's going on? We're 2-0 up and it's going to be 2-2 at half-time. I don't fucking believe it, man. What's going on? Who's refereeing these games? Stevie fucking Wonder. What's going on? I can't believe it. Mr. Bean. Forget Stevie Wonder. It's Mr. fucking Bean. It's Michael Oliver's cousin. What the fuck's going on? Handball.
Evaded everybody.
2 handballs. Fucking hell. I think it is a penalty. There's 2 handballs there.
Still the chance might come.
It's 2 handballs. Watch.
And that is where the attack will end.
I think Varane handball. I think they both handball it.
Fuck.
It's 2 handballs.
Curtis Jones.
What's Maguire doing with his hands? That's twice. Get your hands down, Harry. I think Varane handballs it as well. We're playing football, not fucking volleyball.
You just expected it to go in from there, but
he's fucking scored it. 2-2. Go and play with some fucking Lego, you cheating bastards. It's not their fault. It's not Legos. I like Lego and I like the Danes as well, but they do make Lego there. Fucking referee.
Puta.
I just feel pissed off. I feel pissed off. We're playing really well. We've had a dodgy red card and then an unlucky penalty and a 2-0 fucking lead where we played really well.
That's football.
We're jinxed. We're jinxed.
Tá, mano.
That's a penalty.
That's a penalty. Come on.
And ready to intercept there.
That's a penalty. It lands. He heads it onto his hand.
Jones.
Varane would be
more than
hey Mark, how many
comfortable
players
for
do
the
you
man
think we need to have a full squad to compete for the league and Champions League every year, like Man City? Which players would you bring? Says Joshua. This is a penalty. This is a penalty to Manchester United. Just elbowed Rasmus in the face. No check, says Jay. He's going penalty to United. Here we go. Here we go. This is exactly what I mean though. This is going to go in our favour. He's been told to look at it. He's been told to look at it. That means he's got to give it. He won't change his mind. They never do.
And Ketia. Oh, given away.
Get in, yes. A predictable referee. I knew it. He's a bloody. He's cost us a red card, but the cowardice has come through for us here.
Well,
it's not a red card, it's not a penalty, by the way. You know, red tinted glasses, that's not even a fucking penalty, and it wasn't a red card, so I'm going to be consistent. This referee is just a bottle job. He gets sent to the he gets sent to the screen, and he won't make his fucking, he won't change his mind. You should make a reaction channel, React Bridge, says Ra.
Acosta.
It is a shocking decision. It's never a penalty. 100% it's not, but it wasn't a red card either. Get in! Bruno! 3-2! Now we've got something to hold on to, and it's not just get in. Come on, focus. Need Rashford there now. Focus. Heads together. Heads together. That's it, Delo. Come on. Heads together. Absolute joke.
So that will do it
It's
for
a
today.
guessing
And it's
game,
the
isn't it?
visiting fans who will go home the
Oh,
house.
for fuck's sake! That is a joke!
Some really
That
nice
is a
stuff.
bloody
I thought
joke!
they dominated the
I hate
midfield
VAR.
area,
I
and the
hate
work
this
rate was
bloody
excellent.
game.
It's a
How
great
can
result,
that be a corner? How do they even know it's a corner? This fucking game, man! I'm telling you now! Absolutely incredible! I've hardly got a voice left from this bloody game tonight. Absolutely ridiculous! How can they give a corner for that? He's given a corner on a fucking guess. I knew that was going to happen. It's Arsenal, Newcastle all over again. All from a corner that he fucking doesn't even know. Fucking hell. And I tell you what, it's another bloody cross into the box, isn't it? Maguire's got to do better on that as well, and Delo. They've got to attack that. The fuck is going on? What? How has that even happened? I thought it was a goal kick. How the bloody hell has this just happened?
Bloody hell.
They just had a chance where he put it over the bar, and the next thing, there's a cross coming in. What the fucking hell's going on?
Problems at all on
How has that even
as we
happened?
get ready for this match.
I don't even understand what's happened there. I'm literally typing something because they've just shot over the bar. The next thing I know, there's a cross coming in the bar. It's another bloody cross. It's another cross. Another cross into the box.
Versus Arsenal.
Yes, thanks as always,
4
Derek.
fucking
We've got
goals
two
we've
good teams
conceded.
here, so
How
I'm
did the ball end
anticipating
up
a really
there?
good game. The atmosphere is electric inside the stadium
Oh,
before
for
kick-off, and
fuck's
hopefully
sake,
we're
man.
not
What are the
disappointed.
centre-backs doing here? What are Varane and Maguire doing here?
It away. And here's
4
how the lineup
goals.
looks.
Can I just say, in the last 4 games,
4-2 system relies
we've
on good
conceded
combinations all over the pitch.
3 against Newcastle, how many against Man City, 4 tonight.
Oh, wait, Stuart, they might score.
Shut up.
Well, when you look at this again, there's 2 things wrong defensively about this. First of all, the goalkeeper should not be parrying it into a dangerous area, and the defenders have to be sharper to get to the knockdown. It's not good defending all round.
What do you mean he wasn't bought for this?
He wasn't bought to be the striker up top. He was bought for number 2.
He wasn't bought to be You see, when you're a genius, you do things once and move on.
And it's up to them to show ambition and perhaps to level it.
Don't believe, just see it.
I am. You know why you're actually a genius?
Right.
You tricked everybody into thinking you're a genius. That is genius in itself.
Well, that takes
Wait,
the
who's
wind out
everyone,
of the
though?
sails. Great
Just-
defending.
No, I was not here. But
I'm special, bro. Trust me. It's gonna make sense.
November, happy November.
When I get my first Oscar, I'm gonna say, filthy, we got it.
That's a drink.
Quick thinking there.
What? When I did my first odds goods, you know, odds goods slice.
What the fuck?
Red cups are out in Starbucks.
What?
Oh, it's Christmas time.
Puta.
Well, they're doing
Thanks, mate. Time for the red cups, man.
level terms here.
Why she's so strong?
They need something
You got
special
your
here.
next levels, you know? It's true. What happened to Mashtown?
Nah, they broke
Diego
up.
Carlos.
There's the answer. Hey,
What happened to you rapping?
Nah, I'm done with rapping.
But sometimes you grow.
But in a couple of weeks, you're going to see me rapping. Huh?
Yeah, when's that out?
Rosano Guedes.
Have they said?
What day this show?
This is like the 8th thing.
What the fuck? Haz algo.
What do you think? Do you see me? He's going to see me killing it. He's crazy. No, my head thing.
Shit, this thing didn't listen to me. Ya quiere pasar a la muchacha. A la chacha.
Winning back possession.
Oh, you answered that question to me?
Yeah. So the most curved ball ever.
Industry, yeah. I'm not industry player.
Arsenal moving
Yes, you
forward
are.
with football and control.
Industry player. You are full of industry
Now
player.
Beckham.
You used to just be, you know, we used to be, what's it called? That radio radar. Just hanging about, and then all of a sudden hanging about filthy dead. One second, correction. I was asked to come on the show.
By who?
By the one and only Polly.
Yes, I can. Alright, through Borden. What made you ask though? What did you see?
Rosano Guedes.
That's a good question.
Nah, you know, it was one day. I just phoned Polly today. Let's catch up.
Easy. Easy.
Industry.
Oh, industry for
The game continues, and Arsenal cantering to victory now.
industry.
Speaking of Hinge,
Okay.
Fucking shit.
I've got a catfish, another one. His name's called David.
Well, you're matching guy.
No, he's...
Can you match the David?
No, I've got a Hinge. I've got a fake.
Someone called
I've got a fake account.
What's his interest?
And he read it well, intercepting it.
No, his interest.
Yeah, screenshot the profile.
Yeah, someone sent it to me. It's only got my picture up.
That's what this is the next step. So people will start. If you're link, people start copying you.
Zaidu
You're next.
Sanusi.
Don't you hate when they find your hinge and you got to pretend you've been catfished, Miles? Everybody had hinge. I've had hinge.
Eventually, goalkeeper's
The relief amongst his
Yeah, man.
teammates.
Must be nice.
First save that
Proper
was.
stats quality on there.
That's what about you?
Proper stats.
I was waiting for you to say so. Dancer's a big
with the
one.
ball at his
Did you
feet.
score?
No, I can't think that. You score?
Beckham.
I don't think I was on there for long enough, you know.
Nah, you don't need to be on this for long
Spot
enough.
on with that
You just need to
tackle.
be on there.
But you went on a couple of days.
Yeah, one
Damn.
or two.
No, that sounds like you did it.
Yeah, one or two.
He went with us.
Ese cabrón, I ain't even going
Get
once.
in behind the defence.
I'm off that shit though.
What was it? It was similar to Weatherspoons, but it wasn't.
What?
It's similar.
Youngs.
Youngs.
Well, it didn't happen
You
for
got
them
they
in
got
attack.
that though. That's the cheapest they could find.
And there it is, the half-time whistle.
Your catfish update. Yeah, so his name's called David. Let me see. Yeah.
Good
So you
suit.
picked a picture
Into
of you
the
wearing a
second
suit.
half,
Okay.
after
okay.
a dominant
It's different.
first half
Okay.
performance by Arsenal.
His name's called David. A life goal is
A chance maybe from the
going
wide
to 7
position.
continents. Yep, you've done 2. Yeah. He says he's a mortgage
a
advisor
corner
from
here.
London. You don't know that mortgage. Yeah, he's liberal. Let's not talk about that. You are liberal. He says, my simple
Can he
pleasures,
deliver it
family
with
time,
accuracy?
good food,
A
booking
bit short
holidays,
with the
that's a lie.
clearance.
All of your pleasures are simple.
Rosano Guedes.
Where we going? This year, I really want to learn something new.
Huge block.
Unsuccessful so far. We're only in November though, Mars. That's all I got so far. You know what I was thinking? If that's actually you, this is sick. Yeah, that would be sick. That would be sick, you know.
And if it's not, he's an idiot. Because why would you make such a bad profile?
Yeah, it's true. There's nothing enticing there. It's nothing. It's just look.
What, you got do the jackets on every picture?
My married's got a picture of you in the office.
Oh, no way.
Can't subdue him.
What's the long-term goals of Cap?
I don't understand.
I don't get it.
Humphreys.
I don't get it. I don't get it.
On what's it called? On professional catfishing, yeah.
Yeah.
On dating apps. The honey trap. Honey trap. Sorry, honey pot.
And making sure there was no danger in the end.
I think a lot of people just want like
Sven
attention and talking stages. They're not actually.
A lot of people will just show up looking like Lazar and pretending to be Mars.
And now which is a great thing.
You're getting more for your money. More for your money.
Oh, bang for your buck, innit?
Catfishing thing, right?
Puta.
Anticipation.
Filthy 5. Welcome.
Welcome, man. Welcome back, everybody.
Stephen
Ah,
Humphreys.
fuck.
Boys. Big day for me.
Why?
It's Podolski's birthday.
Podolski's birthday. What the fuck?
Birthday, man. That's life. Well, you know we're here for
African girl from Ghana.
and their bad signings.
Oh
And
my
they're good
gosh.
signings. They do exist. They do exist. Count it down. The top early era.
Can I just say, Chelsea fans online have actually vanished.
Yeah, they've been faded. They've been faded.
Not
Yeah.
interested.
And in person, where's Savage done?
They thought they were going to win the league and all that.
They're done, man. They're done.
They were fuming with us in the summer. We were saying this is not this ain't hit, this ain't right. It might be alright somewhere down the line, but right now it ain't right. They were fuming with us.
When they got that draw with us, boy, they thought they
They were back. They thought they were back with the draw with us.
Yeah, bro, we were bad. Bro, I've been on. Bro, I'm
No way. Who, Roy?
No, not even just Roy. He's got sense, Roy, to be fair.
No, he hasn't. He killed Haaland.
On Chelsea, he does. He talks a lot about Chelsea. I don't know anything else, but he talks a lot about Chelsea. But all these other social media guys, I don't know their names and that, but I watch some of them.
They're all called CFC Colin, CFC Duke, CFC Shaw.
All these guys, bro, they're saying, yeah, that they off the back of that Arsenal draw, how they played the performance, they was good. They thought they was going to
Just fans are convinced it's just one day.
back into the top four, bro.
That's it.
Not all of them, but
Nah,
some
they've
of them.
lost their rocker. Any team that's dominating the game for 75 minutes and then 50 minutes chucks it away like that, you got no backbone, brother.
Well, Sean's back on SDS.
Yeah.
Is he?
Yeah, Sean's on SDS.
Sean's one of the most interesting people to talk about Chelsea. He's obsessed. But he's very interesting because he's got very different opinions. Because for me, Conor Gallagher, their best player. Their best players.
Imagine one day Sean came here and you went SDS. Like Sean.
We're not similar though.
They were like, the vibe, like the look.
Gonzalo Guedes.
Do you know?
Oh, yeah, they look
Do you know
alike.
who we should call? Just for Pavuj.
Caprizi.
You punch him up as well.
I don't play it to you.
He's a good dude for kicking, you know. I can't freeze it.
Sean, you can't freeze.
Taking it away.
Position boxing.
You're not on Caprizi.
He is. Caprizi grew up on Vood. He told me. He grew up on you. He told me.
Impact is a relative.
The keeper made it look
Fame,
risky.
impact.
It was
Yeah,
evident.
I can't set my head from here. You ain't catch me from here, you. I don't even get the
Marks, you got my back. Marks,
Fuck.
I got this. Max, I got this. I love that.
Okay,
Just man must be.
Sorry, you've got Course my right to my left. He's here. He just dropped a cold live performance with a band on GRN Daily and reminded people
Puta.
just how sick that rap he is. Go and run up his streams of his mixtapes. He was talking on Twitter a couple of weeks ago about how his management released Miles on a Hype Thing against his wishes because it had all those cool features. But he was in jail, so he wasn't able to promote it. Hospital, okay. There's always one or the other with this guy.
Yeah.
His name's Margs.
Also, I ain't got a video of that.
And it goes down as a victory.
Of course.
All over the pitch, we saw good individual performances, we saw an attack that was always threatening.
And I saw the other day Holland buried in the strip for them.
Well, there's space for all of us. You get me?
There will be by the end of the season.
Chelsea fans, you can get buried there too. Might as well.
How's the t-shirts coming along?
Where's t-shirts?
Bury me in the strap of them.
Oh, they're coming. Yeah.
Serious?
Yeah, New Year, bury me in the strip of them t-shirts.
Finally.
That's cold.
That's different, man. At least I can all get a percentage of the proceedings.
I don't want none of that.
I'm glad you said that.
No, you wouldn't have, yeah. No,
It's Arsenal, man. It's Arsenal. Go
That's
to
you, man.
Arsenal.
That goes for you, man.
Don't bite the hand. Don't bite the hand that feeds you.
What does that mean? Welcome to the show, Marks.
Thanks for having me, man. Bury me in the strap of them. You know what it is.
Next on the panel, he's back 2 weeks in a row. Big Daz. He hasn't got his Overtaker hat on this week.
Nah, man. That was love. That was Halloween.
And now Thanksgiving's coming. You ready for Thanksgiving?
Yeah. Even though I don't celebrate it like that, but yeah.
No one does in this country, no.
What is it? They just. No, you know what? I know what Thanksgiving's about, but we're not gonna.
It's about turkey.
Yeah, bad turkeys and.
About turkey.
Yeah, bad turkeys. But what is turkey?
Hakan Shash.
Cachaça.
Imagine one day Americans are like, let's just celebrate turkey.
Turkey's much drier than chicken. Nah, it's when America stole America from the native people. That's what they celebrate. But
Yeah.
also
They're
they get a lot
gonna-
of food.
yeah.
And that's where Black Friday comes from.
Yep. So,
Dazza.
wow. Yeah, man, I'm back, man. Big Dazza. No soldiers, aka, was it Yellow Eyes?
No soldiers.
Yeah,
Soldiers.
Shoulders. I said shoulders. You didn't.
Soldier.
Man, you have to come into
Soldier.
Sorry. Remember, you're the old man, like old man.
You could just say your name, Dazza. That's it, man.
No, I didn't do that. But you don't give me a lot of names, innit?
Next on the panel, Mass Tiempo. Poet's Corner put out a good episode of Gas 47 with Slim. I like those episodes. They got good tempo.
Is it out?
Yeah, Slim's cool, you know.
Who's Slim?
Huh? Yeah, it's out. Yeah. Oh, no, it came out.
I can't wait to watch that.
Sorry, what does it? Is your
It's out.
I'm gonna watch it.
No, he's actually someone Poet can vibe with.
Fuck. He understands where I'm coming from.
You clashed with Slim?
No, vibe with is.
Oh, you vibed with it?
Big man, concentrate, man.
Tell him. Just watch it. Just watch
You
it,
know
brother.
who Slim is? Relax, man.
Still working, man. Come on.
Oh, go on.
Come on, man.
Yeah, Slim. Big up Slim, man. He's cold. He's cold.
Yeah, man, enough of you lot talking. Shout out, what's going on, Poet? Shout out, Skepta and Jammer. Nice t-shirt. How are you?
Next on the panel, Skepta's biggest hater.
You think so?
You've said this to me many times.
I mean, yeah, I am, man.
Even though he's the best. Marks.
Is he the best Marks? No. Chelsea fans, get ready for this, man. Don't be like Man United fans and complain. Just take it. But my bad's from the crowd, man.
Man United fans were fuming with us for that countdown episode. They said it's EAFC24. There were only 2 Arsenal fans there. There were 2 Man United fans.
Yeah, but all the Arsenal fans voted. No, that was a terrible episode. They're right. They're nowhere near a terrible. No, it wasn't.
He offered no defence of any of the decisions.
Your days.
I can't defend anything that
Hard
United do.
defence, like Man United.
Let's see me fighting.
So it's a bad episode for you. There was a bad episode for you, though. Not for us, not for us, for the crowd.
The crowd days. It just shows, I said it on the show, he played this hating United narrative. This show should be a bit more.
But you don't talk about United unless you're here, so you hate it.
How can we play to the narrative when everyone voted?
And right after we did that episode, right after the episode, they struggled uphill against Copenhagen and they got slapped by City. It's time for you lot to be realistic about your signs. It's time for you lot to look at the man in the mirror.
Some good signers there. I like a lot of players on the list, that's the thing.
Anyway, welcome to the show, Specs.
Welcome to the show. It's been like 8 years now, man. Come on, man.
It's different. You know, it's a different amount of years every episode.
6, 5, 8 years, man. That's fine. Ricardo Horcha.
He just came the other day.
Horta. Horcha.
Next on the panel.
How do you even say that?
He's got a do-rag on because he's trying to be 50 Cent. That's who said that's who is.
Many men.
50 Cent.
50 Cent's a good spot. 50 Cent. Said don't wear do-rags anymore.
Jamie?
Oh my
No,
gosh.
just my hair just ain't fresh, so. Do-rag on my hair just is not fresh.
João Mario.
What are you talking about?
Anyway, welcome to the show. Next on the panel,
Hey, whatever. Fuck
he's
it.
been outside. He's been busy. He's been.
I have been busy.
Yeah, non-stop. He's been with Rosario Dawson. His name's Miles, aka Mileage, aka Milage, aka Milage.
Malage. Man like Malage.
I've been on the show for like 6 years now.
Brother, stop. Don't look at me and say you've been on the show for 6 years. I borned you on this show.
No, you didn't.
I birthed you on this show.
I helped elevate you on this show.
Ooh.
Poet birthday, we're going to be honest.
No, wait.
And I brought him up. So Paul didn't birth you, my friend.
No, I didn't birth anyone.
Bro, you're talking Rouge. Your mirrors are off.
Now, Poet definitely had an impact.
Exactly.
I would say birth, Brooker, Paul, parodies.
Chat to them,
dudes.
dudes.
Boris Spikes, directed, wrote, sang, everything.
Go on, dude.
Calvary's got to him.
Yeah.
Angela Twist.
I'm sorry, Rouge.
Do you remember that? Rouge?
Yeah.
He was in them.
No, I'm just saying. You ain't checking your mirrors. You ain't checking your mirrors. Just because I don't talk about my
So who is he? So what?
Come on now, you FIFA and chill.
Next on the panel.
So you signed?
Next on the panel.
My Poet sat did help.
Next on the panel, he birthed Miles. His name's David Vujanic. The Banj, Oliver Twist. What happened to the Banj? Bad stuff, right?
I know he had some real, it's pretty sad. He had some problems.
What?
I think he's like, he had a child pass away.
Yeah, that's, yeah.
Yeah, he's a kid, one of those kids.
Wasn't he good music?
He was.
You saw Kanye West in that shoot as well.
I mean, not me, but Kanye West knows of me.
What was the full show you did the other day in Saudi?
Couldn't work it out.
No, I couldn't work it out.
Because the dancers on that video told me that Kanye watched the video with them. And he was like, the white boy's funny. And I was like, hey, sick. I used to be a big Kanye fan.
Of course, yeah.
Oh yeah, you had the Yeezys and everything.
Yeah. Not anymore, I don't care.
Just pretend that the now version of him is like not real. That's AI. He's AI.
Let that sink in. Kanye West has seen Vooch.
Yeah, Vooch is big deal, man.
Yeah,
One of the biggest in the country.
I don't think Kanye West
I
has
don't know
seen
about big deal. It's all relative, but
You're one of the biggest.
Kim Kardashian ain't seen you. I don't think Lamar Jackson. Look at keep going. Jordan. Keep going. Who else?
battles. Mike Tyson, Tyson Fury, Logan Paul.
I've seen Tyson Fury.
Huh?
I've seen Tyson Fury.
He's seen you.
Yeah, he did, because we was walking in the Wembley Outlet.
Oh God.
And
You think he stole you? He didn't store you.
one of it, nah, he didn't store me.
Who's this little guy with the little tiny hand?
Guy.
He's like a leprechaun there. Yeah, his accent was off.
I should fight Cal Freezy, bro. Just.
Tigo, you have rattled.
My head isn't good.
What have you done?
He hasn't. I feel very calm.
It's all about reciprocation of it. It has to be two-way street. You can't be one person being like, let me call you out. That's bad.
No, I'm not even calling him out. I just think it'd be a good
We
fight.
called him out 3 episodes in a row now.
Cal, I just think it'd be a good fight.
See what Jim does?
I mentioned Carl Freezy, only reason I only mentioned him because aesthetically it looks like a good
Exactly.
fight. Like just the height, everything. It looks so good.
Everything has to be goofy numbers.
But now he's buried you and said you're not on his level, which I agree.
Which is fine.
Which I agree. But you're there though.
Who's the one you on though?
Reach his back.
Like boys, I am definitely going home because I'm not having disrespect.
Who's been
We don't
disrespected?
have disrespect on this show.
Who's been disrespected?
What did you just ask me?
Who's Cal Freezy?
Yeah, why would Marks know who Cal Freezy is?
What's he mad? You don't know Carl Freezy?
Why would Marks know who Cal Freezy
Bro,
is?
you know every time he has an anagram, his brain resets. Managram.
Somebody's brain resets.
An aneurysm.
Aneurysm.
Anagram. What is anagram again? An anagram is a word thing. Yeah.
Someone else.
No, don't do that, because you screamed, whose level are you on? He hasn't answered, and now you're being
No,
friendly.
that's who are you on?
I know, but I ain't gonna call his name.
Oh, no, who you fighting?
Who can I fight?
Whose level are you on? We did this the other day. You said you wanted to fight Young Philly, but you're not on his level.
I'm on no one's level. I'm just
Call someone else. Who would you want to fight?
That's
the
all.
first one. Who's another good-looking guy that you want to fight?
I'd fight anyone, really.
Taste of Black.
For the right bread. Nah, he's my bridge, I ain't fighting him.
That's what I mean, but it looks good.
Nah, he's my
Taste
bridge.
would mash him up.
I don't know about that.
Destroy him.
Nah.
Just manhole him.
Nah.
Tear him.
He's
I know it's
a
great to be
different.
with
He's
you,
weighs like
and I
100
don't think
kg.
anybody is
It's like
going to
20
complain,
kilos.
especially about
Mash
the
him up.
weather.
I don't know about
My
mash
name
up,
is
but
Derek
the
Ray,
weight
and
is
sitting
different.
alongside me in the
Taste
commentary
up.
box, providing
Mash up.
expert analysis, is Stuart Robson.
It's
Your friend,
Can't
your
wait
friend.
for this one to
I ain't
start
fight.
with
Who should I fight?
justifiable
I'll
cause.
fight you for the right
It's
piece.
Internacional versus Arsenal.
Today we are
You
counting
didn't
out.
like that one, did you?
Yeah, I loved it.
And the starting 11 for
Big concern
Internacional.
about Game of Thrones.
Yeah, no
His head
black
got
stands
squeezed
between the
by the
first.
giant. It's already been
Bernardo
squeezed.
Silva plays alongside James Madison.
Damn, man.
On the back of that,
started to show properly.
the referee lets the matter rest there.
We're going to be counting down Todd Bowley's worst to best transfers since being in charge of Chelsea. There's been some shocking signings. None more so than the bottom of our list. Number 24, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang.
Terrible.
How can a signing be so obviously bad
Zaidu
and he's still
Sanusi.
signing before, like, it's like, you think someone who was so good in the
Keep
Premier
passing
League,
away.
Chelsea signing, you think,
Really fine piece of defending
They
play
must know
to break it up.
he didn't become a bad player overnight.
But he was terrible in the Premier League. He done a bit better at Barca, didn't
Yeah, he did good at Barca. He got like 14 goals at Barca.
Internacional
he? So
showing
that's
good
what it
reach.
was. They probably thought, oh, we're getting back to London and being home.
Nothing killed him.
Really good attacking play. Now,
That
who can he
clip.
pick out?
That clip's still
Went sailing over the crossbar. It's a moment he'll want to remember.
told the team that, yeah, he's lost his captaincy. That's what it started.
And stopping the danger.
Before he went out. And then he was getting a tackle or something.
Cookchu.
Yeah.
Of what?
Oh, yeah, he was something.
Yeah, but he ended up in Barcelona.
They're using the space really well, you've got to say.
Even in Bengals, because that was a bad
And a goal on
Spanish
his
football.
debut, no
That was a bad
What
he
a way
played with.
to endear
But for
yourself
Chelsea
to
to
the
pick him up
fans.
from that, it's terrible.
What I didn't like was, I didn't like the video he done. The video he done in his house with his children, with all the children.
Oh, fuck that video.
Just go into the club gracefully. You've had a bad time at Arsenal. Just go in and do your thing. Don't make a big song and a dance about it.
And then the video where he was caught saying that Arteta only likes players that do what he says. Yeah.
I think all managers are like
Yeah, that's what most managers like. That's what Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang went Barcelona was like, I do what I want, and then they sold him. Then he went Chelsea, I do what I want, they sold him. Now he's at Marseille, do what he wants. And it's like, there's players, all those teams now that do what the manager says.
he's sick.
They did what they did.
I don't remember Aubameyang scoring at Chelsea. Why? Why don't I remember? Crystal Palace away.
Sanusi.
You saw that, yeah?
A really good pass.
Good memory, man.
Given away
I
by
feel like it was a
Arsenal.
big deal when he finally scored.
Crystal Palace away, I'm sure of it.
He bagged 1 Premier League goal in 50
That's
games.
nice. That's
Okay.
nice. Who's it?
So he's
And space for Kessler to attack.
Worse.
He turned into Weghorst. Weghorst got 1 goal at United. It was Crystal
Real
Palace.
chance.
Not even.
Good ball
I keep
played
telling
over.
you, Weghorst
Oh,
never scored
there
a
it
Premier
is.
League goal.
It's a brace on his debut. And it's
So he's
hard to
better
do
than
much
Obama
better
could
than that.
Weghorst.
His goals were same thing. Might as well be the same thing.
But you know what? If anything, he could be worse.
Perfectly
Because they signed
positioned to take it
him-
away.
They signed him in the summer. Weghorst came in January.
You boys were rattled though. Let's be fair. Your tweets
Well, with
show
tackling
you were
like
rattled
that,
when you
the
beat
onus is
Of
on the
course,
referee
troops
to
coming.
take action
Talk to
potentially.
your guy.
Of course, you
Well,
can't.
he's gone
Listen,
into the books.
no, chat to you.
And he deserves the booking for that.
I expect, you know what it was? It can't be, obviously, I've seen the leagues change now. Everyone just goes over, it's like A-League. But at that point, there was still a little bit like, you moved like an Arsenal guy.
We thought he was going to back Chelsea. He must have been scared. We thought so
high
he's
quality
success back to Chelsea.
I don't think it was going to be that level, but I thought he was going to score goals.
Line, so
I
throw
thought
in
he
here.
was going to be decent.
But Troops is back though, isn't it?
He's got 1 goal in League 1 this year. He's got a couple in Europe.
Now, T, I must say, he did look like the same guy to me.
See back away done the other day.
He's that ball.
Could be threatening.
I'm bad against the like.
Trying to lock the keeper.
Fuck!
Well, a much
Gunter.
He's like
goes down as a very disappointing
Damn
effort.
it.
I say 32 because of F80.
Well, on the cusp of the half-time interval, and the visitors are prospering. Stuart, what have you made of their performance?
Yeah, they're playing really well.
They don't want it.
They've
They must
controlled the
not
flow
want
of
it.
the
Antifact,
game,
no,
won
Antifact
individual
wants it.
battles,
No,
and
Antifact
they've
wouldn't
created
even
numerous
pay just
chances.
because wages.
Their only problem in the
Big
second
facts.
half could be complacency, but I can't see that happening.
Never.
Oh, to trim
Because you know
back the
Bundesliga's
lead.
bad.
Well, a fierce
He was
effort,
like, he
but
banged him when he stopped
simply not
He
accurate
took over
enough.
Arsenal in the Prem 2 years.
I couldn't find him to the Champions League. He ain't played Champions League. He ain't played Champions League with Arsenal. He's not elite. He's not elite. He's not elite. He's not elite.
Boys, come on.
He has not played Champions League football with you, though.
No,
What's that got to? He has played Chelsea football though.
Not with Arsenal. So
Kessler.
you're saying he was elite
And
at
Arsenal
Arsenal?
now
He was
find
elite at Arsenal. No one
themselves
said
in
he's
a
elite at
very
Arsenal.
dangerous position.
Dortmund, he
Really important tackle.
If your arguments during Dortmund times, then you
I
can
think,
make it. But
I think
not
if he
Arsenal.
never, I think if he never had the job off at Arsenal, we'd be in the same
Rodrigo.
league.
No, you can't, because at Arsenal, that was a bad Arsenal side. You're looking at it like Arsenal were doing their thing. We weren't doing our
But he
thing.
backed
So-
Arsenal.
Yeah, but it doesn't make him elite. If you're doing your thing at Arsenal, we're
And the
finishing
yellow
fifth. What the
card
hell are
is
we
going
talking
to be
about?
Stuart.
Yeah, the ref's got that
Come on,
right.
he's not
A
here
yellow
right
card
now
all
because
day
we got a
long.
long list to go. Because number 23 is Wesley Fofana. Injuries.
Just can't
I get why he's
past the
down there.
wall.
It's just the injuries. You're not getting any performances, bro. You're paying all that money and you can't even play.
Dan's not go.
That is that
Can I get my
for
best
the
bets?
first half here.
You said he was better. Yeah, of course you are. What did he say? What did he say? What did he say?
He was better than Sleeper. Oh, yeah.
Remember?
Well, the
I
ball
didn't say he was
moving
better than
again,
Sleeper. I said.
and
No, he did,
Internacional
bro.
need
He
to
did.
lift
Don't
themselves.
bro me, bro. Don't bro me, bro. Don't bro me, bro.
Put your hand on me, please.
Come on. Well, I can't.
Yeah, gonna
If I find you, gotta help me here.
He's a player, though. He's a player. But you were there, weren't you, when he got injured for Leicester?
Yeah.
That pre-season.
You know what it is as well, yeah?
For a second, I was thinking, who is this?
Sorry.
In my peripheral vision.
I just let it down a little bit.
Jesus.
It's a lot, yeah. I was
Kessler.
going to sigh for a second.
And you
That
just
scared me. I was like,
You're
"What's
gonna
going
be,
on?"
innit?
really high-class goalkeeping.
What was the wicket?
You're absolutely right. What a save that is, and reacted so quickly.
Because it's injuries, yeah.
Here it is
I
now.
don't think it's
The
fair for him
substitution.
to be so low.
De
Like
Bruyne.
If you're at Chelsea for years and you play like 6 games,
Goalkeeping
it's
after
a
the
bad
corner
time.
had been
at the
delivered.
time, say like the P's made effort, like it wasn't. It's just the way that it's panned out in it. So I
Bro,
think
how many
most of these signings though,
How many
everything's
centre-backs
gonna be
they've
nice.
signed since he got injured?
Yeah, they've said that 4, 5.
The Sassy, whatever his name is.
Clearly nothing came of it.
Song. So what has he done then?
Corwell's out. Hopefully not. Hopefully not. But
Wasteful
it's-
for
Because if he's not done, then it could still be a good signing.
could be. But
Right now.
he's looking at a second contract right now. Like everyone else is on 8-year deals. He's on that
And
deal
now can
that
he
he signed when he
keep
jumped
calm?
from Leicester. He's got to justify getting a new deal while he's competing with 6 centre-backs that have got 8-year deals.
And then he comes back into the team and scored 12 points in 10 games. See how much pressure? Or is he going to come back anytime soon? When he comes back,
Loves pressure, by the way. Can I just store that? Poe loves pressure. It's his favourite thing.
like a word or the actual pressure? Both, yeah. Both.
Alright, number 22.
As men talk about pressure.
Tries for goal.
Have you seen the picture?
Simple catch, really.
Wait, what photo?
Wait, no.
It's a private conversation, no way. I feel no way, man. I'm confident.
What, you
Nah,
got-
I'm
where the
confident.
date?
I'm good.
No. Yeah, cool. Number 22
given
on
us
the
away.
list. It's another centre-back. He's no longer in the Premier League either. His name's Kalidou Koulibaly.
Oh,
Again,
where's Lippy?
We knew that was going to flop.
This is, for me, this is.
Darwin Nunez.
Because Lippy says
He's got a split in his face.
Madison with it.
so is Koulibaly. It's the truth.
This one's bad for me as well. Again, I just like signings to come in and do their thing. So when you're phoning up John Terry, getting the 20, all of that makes it worse to me. You're building up this anticipation to go to Saudi. And he's getting bullied in Saudi as well. Terrible. It's terrible.
He's never going to be. He's never going to be good.
Just knocked it out of there.
Always in a Serie A.
It's Serie A. It's Serie A. It's too slow.
It was anything but.
Slow. That league is too slow to come in the Premier League and try to do it.
And time for the
Everybody
change
saw that though,
now.
man. I know you're gonna say a lot of people did not. There was a lot of PR. The PR machine was huge behind him.
But he was even getting caught in the Serie A.
High percentage chance for him.
Although he was always going to be second to the ball, the defender just about did enough to stop him getting a clean header there.
Bad.
But if you're going to come to the Premier League with the fastest league in the world,
Did Koulibaly leave? That player, they won league after that, yeah.
De Bruyne.
That's they got Kim Min-jae.
Bro, Koulibaly was
Moving
trash.
forward effectively.
He was trash. He was trash. He had no position, no concentration.
Fuck.
Can't play outside because it's Senegalese.
How many players on this list? Like 25?
James Madison.
24, but to be clear, for the crowd, we eliminated a few
Just
players.
15 minutes
Gabriel
remaining.
Sloaning, who's American, who's on loan at Eupen. He was on loan at Chicago
International
Fire,
losing
never played for Chelsea, USA international though. Diego
effective
Moreira, he's on loan at Lyon,
goodness
Portuguese
me, he's hit the
never played
post.
for Chelsea. Angelo Gabriel on loan at Strasbourg,
Well, French
18
over for
years
now.
old, Brazilian on the 20 winger. And Cesar Casadei, who is playing well at Leicester, was playing well at
And the
Reading.
ball back with
He on the 21.
Internacional
Again,
now.
these players aren't included in our list.
Because by the end, when we get to the top, we're going to be like,
Joao
I wonder if
Cancelo.
are the players that bad or is it just the whole thing?
He's just one of those African defenders that wasn't good.
Was he never good?
Pedro Gonçalves.
He was rated highly, bro, at one point.
He was good. He was
Still out, he stood out.
I think if he
After
came to the
finding
Prem
space
in
on the
like a
wing.
less evolved Prem era, I think he would have done more. I think he was
But
when Man
effective
United
cross
wanted him
aimed at the back
7-8
post.
years ago. I can imagine being aggressive to the ball, winning a lot in the air, and actually
Is this
it
the
made
moment?
sense because that's how the Prem was.
Foiled
Now
by Van Dijk.
defenders have to be quite alert, have to be quite sharp on the ball,
Marcos
and
Llorente.
they will be exposed if they've got one glaring deficiency,
Not made
which
it look
he
routine,
does,
but read it well.
which is his anticipation. Yeah, it was never destined to work in that big.
It's strong, and you can't prep it. I remember seeing players like, I don't know, what's it like, doing cheeky.
Sanchez is a player.
Yeah, no, but come on, Koulibaly should stop that.
4-0.
What's the sex? Isn't he potentially a part of that old generation of like goalkeepers and centre backs that couldn't do the transition when it?
Are we saying
I don't want to talk.
Okay.
So you
If it's blacks,
And there it is.
no, that's De Gea, for
And it's a
example.
victory for the
He may have a club
visitors.
in January at Man United, but he can't get a club right now, and he represents that whole type of goalkeeper. So it's difficult to get in Koulibaly. He was good at one point, but when was gone forward,
that's true. That's true. We're talking about centre backs passing and doing all that. What we see today. That's not Koulibaly. Koulibaly's a stopper. You know, Koulibaly's a stopper. That's what he is. So League One or Championship was his thing then.
And then I reckon also strikers played right up top on the last line. You probably like the fact that it was
maybe
when you got these fake nines and all of this other type of stuff. I think Koulibaly struggled with it.
Well, we're gonna skate past a couple because I don't think they're worthy of that much attention. The next is David Datro Fofana. I think he looks alright, but he's obviously out on loan. He played a couple games for Chelsea, but I think probably they should have kept him, by the way, because they don't have enough strikers.
Okay, that's free. Go on.
Leslie Ogachukwu, good player.
I'm counting, yeah? Go on.
Early days. Count what?
No, just keep going. I just said 4. Go on, keep going.
No,
I want to show you after. I promise.
but we're going to talk about the next one.
Who's the next one?
The next one was a player that came on loan last year, Dennis Zakaria.
What? Oh, God. You from Juve?
Yeah.
And he was at BNB?
Yeah.
Oh.
I thought he had some good games.
But yeah, I feel like sometimes he looked tidy, bro. He just looks good, but he didn't do nothing for Chelsea.
Yeah, he didn't really do
Like the way his style of play, the way he plays football. So on the eye test, you think, oh yeah, he's decent, but he never done nothing for Chelsea. He stunk as well.
African ball winners.
Stunk like what?
Just like the rest of them, just
African ball winners that's out of fashion. Can we be honest? In football today, African ball winners is out of fashion.
Are you talking about like the Kantes and all that?
Kante wasn't really. I wouldn't say he was a ball winner though, was he?
Sangare? What do you mean on Sangare?
You know like Sangare, yeah.
Bubakar Kamara?
Oh.
Sissoko.
I think all those kind of players. I think it's going.
Doucouré?
He's going.
I don't really.
I know.
Lo gatinho no paqueta.
I don't think Onana's even all that.
He's smelling like him.
I like him. You gotta do more now.
He's not just a ball winner.
Now your body shape's gotta be right. You gotta receive the ball in a certain position, certain way, certain angles.
But this is bad for talking about Dennis Zakaria specifically.
Sorry, but Dennis Carrera for me, he was a ball winner.
I Swiss, by the way.
From
In
Switzerland.
Swiss. I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
Damn, that's all.
Switzerland.